Hi, this is Sarah from Milo. I'm a parent and educational psychologist, and I'm here to answer the parent question, how do I introduce family meals? And this is actually something we've just done in the last few months in my home with my 5-year-old and 3-year-old to, mostly success, which is all you can expect as a parent. So my first piece of advice for you is to keep it simple. So you do not have to cook organic from scratch dinners for a family meal. It can be canned, frozen, mac and cheese, whatever. All it means is that you're together enjoying eating with one another. So don't worry and have pressure about what it is that you actually have on the table. The other piece of advice is to keep it short. So kids have short attention spans. If you're going to ask them to sit for an hour, in silence, you're set up to fail. So go for quality, not quantity. Like toddlers might only be able to do 10 minutes. If you want your kids to stay longer, you can offer dessert with each meal. Or I heard one great idea, which was just a fresh little juice pop, like toothpicks in an ice cube tray for young kids, like toddlers, to eat at the table after they finish their dinner, which we know takes a very long time. The third piece of advice is to get kids involved. So the family meal is about enjoying food together. So get kids feeling some ownership over that whole process. They're more likely to enjoy it and to eat the food. So they can help with shopping, gardening, chopping food, and preparing things, whatever. Even toddlers can set the table by putting a napkin on each plate. Older kids could search for their own recipes or even learn to cook simple things like quesadillas. You also want to offer everyone generally the same food. So the idea is not that you're making one thing for adults, one thing for the teenager, one thing for the little kid, but that you present all of the food together in shared dishes and everyone gets to eat what they want. So if you want to make it more likely that each person will have one or two things that they'll eat on the table, you can kind of pull out components of meals. So if you make a fried rice dish with chicken. You could also have just some of the plain rice in a bowl. You can put parsley or herbs on the side so kids that hate that stuff don't have to pick it out. But the idea is not to offer substitutes that aren't on the table, but to just make sure that there's something for everyone, even if it's pretty basic. With that, you want to mix new foods with familiar foods that some call safe foods. These are usually carbs like rice, pasta, bread, things that you know your kid will eat. And then you can add on, another choice that might be new and novel. And your kid's more likely to try that if they know they're going to have their rice or their pasta. You also want to make dinner nice. So, while you don't have to have the highest expectations, you want to avoid fighting, scolding, or negotiating with your kids about what they're eating, right? You presented good food at consistent times. If they eat white rice, that's fine. The idea is to be together, relaxed, and enjoying one another. So, good luck with your family meal. I hope those tips are helpful, and check out our post for some more resources and information.